Won't you stay to the end? All my favorite conversations.
Would you rather not look at yourself while this is going on?
Yeah.
Will you lose
Are you
yourself?
asking me not to?
Will you lose yourself in your own eyes?
I just can't stop looking at you.
Hey. Name this band.
Ed guy? That one guy? Redhead?
Yeah.
No.
One Direction.
Oh.
Of course. Welcome to the Bill and Joe Show. We are now live on Periscope. Kind of a lot has happened in the past, would you say, week. How was your week, Ben?
It's great.
I'm sorry. I'm getting sick, everybody, and it's not a good feeling, but what have you been up to? What was your weekend like?
Took a trip up to Wisconsin this weekend.
Nice.
Yeah. Went and saw a musical.
A musical?
Yeah. Beauty and the Beast.
Really?
That's right.
And
Beauty and the Beast.
is that the one? I know it's the one. Be our guest. Be our
That's right.
guest.
En français. It was a high school production.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Family member involved?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
16-year-old. She was playing Chip.
Chip. Oh, yeah.
Little teacup.
Yeah, with
So-
the cut.
She spends the whole musical in a cart, like a tea cart,
Okay.
and her head just pokes out, and she has a teacup on her head, and she has a swivel she's on, so she kind of spins around.
Really?
She comes, she has to get pushed onto stage, and then,
And then pushed off?
yeah.
Okay. Now, what was the mom's name of Chip?
Mrs. Butterbottoms or something like that.
You gotta love Disney for all that they do with naming their characters Chip. He's got a little chip.
Right.
Yeah,
He's got the chip taken out of his
Yeah.
face.
Yeah. We are sitting a little bit closer than we normally do. Is this kind
To
of
each other?
Yeah. Yeah. This a little awkward for
Is
you?
it?
Is it?
See, but on here we look
Right.
miles apart.
Right.
And that's why on TV they always, if you ever
Adds 10 pounds.
do something, and that too, if you ever do something like for television or in photos, they make you get really uncomfortably close, and you feel like you're right on top of each other. But then when you see it on TV, it looks normal because you're fitting in the screen, and
Okay.
on TV when you're this far apart from each other, it doesn't feel like you're touching each other.
I guess, yeah. I mean, looking at this, we seem fine.
See, really,
We're not very close. Like, this is getting uncomfortable.
but this is how you'd normally watch TV. Jeez, I need a tan. I think it's the lighting in this place.
it's the lighting right behind the camera. I just recently moved in. This is Joe's first time here, and this lamp, the only light bulb that I had left was one of those. What are they called?
Like the natural daylight.
Natural daylight lamps or light bulbs, and it makes everything so bright. I hate it.
It's like unnaturally bright.
Yeah, so I don't think you need a tan. I think I need a new light bulb, and it would help
Yeah.
exponentially.
Maybe you get a tanning bulb, and we can do both. I'll get
Just
get a nice glow.
Just let it radiate off the white walls and tan us while we do the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
So how's this going to work? This is our first time going live, so no
Yeah.
breaks.
I don't know. I think we're going to do the show the way that we usually do.
You going to do a live commercial read or?
No commercials. This is Periscope is commercial free. You don't have to.
Is that right?
Yeah, you don't have to listen to the commercials on
They
Periscope.
won't let us do commercials.
Well, no, it's just more of a post-production sort of thing, and I don't think anybody would tune in to watch talking about commercials. So, I don't know.
Okay.
I just found out about Periscope. How long have you known about this? Because I had no idea.
Well, ever since it first came out.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's been about a year.
Really?
So, maybe not that long, but
Am I that out of touch?
maybe. I brought it up to you before.
When?
When it first came out.
When it first came. Of course.
It's like, hey, you in on this Periscope thing? You're like, I don't know what that is. Anyway, welcome to the William Bear.
Okay, fair enough.
So,
yeah, I guess it's been out for a while, and I was just watching all of the Periscope videos of people that, live around me, and they're interesting. They are very interesting. And then I watched some guy walk home from a pub over in London.
yeah,
And just drunk off his ass.
that's not a bad idea.
It was great.
Imagine if you get mugged, because this is gonna happen.
Right.
Someone's gonna get mugged. Something's gonna happen to them.
Sure.
And it's all gonna be live streamed, and there's gonna be hearts.
Right. Yeah. Lots of hearts going on. Like, good for you. But the other thing that I wondered about was I was watching this girl that lives kind of over by us, and she was doing her stream from the passenger side of a car, and she was trying to figure out how to flip the camera, and there's just people's license plates everywhere, and I'm like, isn't that a violation of privacy? Like putting that on there? I mean, there's a reason that they blur out
Yeah,
the license plate
you're
numbers.
right. Well, that's the world we live in now.
So it's not a law anymore.
Well, it's not a law they can enforce. Do you hear that knocking?
I do.
Is that like someone nailing something or someone going, please be quiet?
Oh, I don't care about that. No, yesterday was interesting. When we first moved in, yesterday morning, and my wife, or whatever she is, and my kids, they came over, and the kids were just ecstatic about being here and having their own room.
Dad's
and
new place.
Yeah, redesigning everything. And me and my wife are standing outside, and we're smoking a cigarette, talking about how awesome everything is, and everything's great. And all of a sudden, this place next door, some lady came out, and she was like, "Oh my God, I've got the biggest favor to ask of you." And I was like, "Okay." This is like literally 2 hours after being here.
Cup of sugar or
Yeah, and I can't help
I got
you
a
there.
scratch that only you, or an itch.
She had pulled too far into the parking space that you just did,
Okay.
and it was muddy and it was wet, and she got her front tire stuck. So she was like, "I just need a little push to get me out of this."
Right.
And I'm like, "Okay, great." I had spent the afternoon getting dressed up, wearing my nicer clothes or whatever for the kids.
I
and for
gotta
the
imagine
wife.
this car is front wheel drive. Therefore,
Yeah.
you're pushing
Yep.
on the tires that are spinning,
Yeah.
kicking the mud right towards you.
So naturally, I asked her,
Here
like, is
we
it
go.
front or rear wheel drive? And she was like, I think it's rear. So I grabbed some cardboard, ripped some cardboard off, because that's what you're supposed to do, right? Put some cardboard underneath it so we can get some traction.
Well,
Or wood.
the front wheels are what's stuck, right? Because she pulled in forward.
Yeah, but if it's rear wheel drive, then
Then those are still on the pavement, and she'd be fine.
Oh, well, that's true.
Those
yeah,
would
I guess,
hold her right out, but the front wheels are stuck and they're spinning.
Yeah. So I put him in the back. Nothing happened. I put him in the front, and then that's when I stood at the front of the car and pushed, and it was like a mud coming all over me. I just moved in yesterday, so I couldn't like go shower or change or anything. Like I had to spend the rest of the day muddy. I just had to.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me!
Had to do it. I mean, I could have driven.
You should have asked her for a favor. Can I use your shower?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. So it had been so long since we turned the heater on, or the water heater, that I couldn't even take a shower here. So yeah, I guess I should have asked her. Can I borrow your shower?
Yeah. Can I boil some water for my bath?
So I can get clean. Anyway, what else have you been up to? So you went to Wisconsin. You saw a live production of Beauty and the Beast. Beauty and
It was
the
fantastic. We did.
Now, when you say that, are you just being nice because one of your family members was in it?
I mean, so it was mixed reviews.
Mixed reviews at what grade?
It's high school, so
High school.
freshman to senior.
So mixed reviews.
So like the lead, the girl that plays Belle, awesome.
Really?
I could see her performing on Broadway.
Really?
It wouldn't faze me. I'd be like, yeah, I get it.
Okay.
She was great.
She was great.
She even dyed her hair for the part. I mean, she was all in.
Nice.
The candlestick guy. Be August.
Mm-hmm.
He talked like this the whole time. That's right, monsieur.
Wow.
So he did the whole thing in French accent.
Cool.
Sacre bleu. Bleh.
I don't know.
So,
I don't know French.
and then there was a few people that were like, you know, your typical, like, no emotion whatsoever. And it's like, I can't imagine how you could ever forgive me after I've done such a thing. I can't imagine. Like, keeps talking in the mic.
No microphone
Right.
knowledge.
Just stuff like that was like, oh, man. And you know the director did the best they could.
Right.
And then you got these other people that are great.
Just knocking it out of the park.
So, and of course Chip was awesome.
Right. Sure.
But,
Now, how did the Beast do? Was it a costume?
oh, yeah. He wore, there's like a mattress underneath this thing.
Wow.
To make him look like giant. He was pretty good.
Okay.
The orchestra, though.
The orchestra. Oh, this is where I would get hung up on.
Oh, my gosh. I guess the A-team was doing there was some bigger gig for them, for the high school.
Maybe the state finals. You never know.
So it was something like that where, like,
Right.
we're not missing this. Or Jazz Fest or something.
Right.
Something that was fun.
So the junior varsity.
So it was like, and it's like you've got violins and horns trying to play together, and they're both. It was like a Trent Reznor, like,
experience.
it could have been cool if they meant to do it, but it was like,
Right. Right.
and it was like real eerie, and, which, but it was supposed to be a happy song.
Right.
But
But it's all pitchy and sharp
yeah.
and flat.
And, you know, I'm sitting with my wife's family. They're musicians, and so they got the ear.
Right.
And they're all sitting there kind of, and you don't want to say anything because maybe that kid's mom's sitting right behind you, and you,
Right.
oh God, trumpet.
Right.
So there's a lot of like grabbing, like, and patting, like, oh my God, can you believe this?
That's awesome. That is awesome. I can't believe one person is watching this.
I know.
That's impressive. Thank you. But yeah, no, that's the thing that like really always gets to me. Like I just went and saw my daughter's Christmas thing, and it was called I want to say Snurt.
Snurt.
Snurt. It was a combination of dirt and snow. It wasn't anything that you've ever heard of. It was like a self-written,
Okay.
you know,
Yeah.
snurt. And
Oh, I know that one.
yeah. And just like you, like the lead girl, which is also in my daughter's class and very good friends with my daughter, like she nailed it, like just rocked it out. And there was a time in the play that she was supposed to start crying, and boom, tears. Waterworks.
Yeah.
I mean, like she played the part and nailed it. Like all these other kids are like walking up to the mic and being like,
Yeah.
you can't understand a word they're saying. But she, like you said, I mean, if she ended up on Broadway, and I consider my daughter a pretty good entertainer, actually an excellent entertainer if you catch her in a comfortable environment. She's got a lot of stage fright.
Yeah. Right.
And to see another little girl that is her same age that is just like, nah, I don't care.
Right.
I'm going to rock it.
Going for it.
I'm going to rock it.
Yeah.
Practice her lines at home. What is that household like?
Very nourishing.
I would have to assume that it is, but I mean, Jesus, I don't know for
Do
sure.
Do you ever wish that you had done the plays
Oh yeah.
at high school?
Oh yeah.
I really, like, after seeing this show, I was like, you know, that's like my one regret
Right.
is that I didn't. And the only reason I didn't do it was because I was made fun of so much in grade school that at high school I was kind of comfortable with who I was, and I was like,
Right.
I wasn't cool, but
You were good.
I'm fine.
Right.
And I didn't want the ridicule because I felt like everyone made fun of those people.
Of the drama kids?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, nah, I'm not gonna.
Right.
No way.
Coming up after the break, we're going to get back to this story, band, all the things high school. Thank you guys for listening to the Bill and Joe Show. We will be right back after this.